He goes and gets tested, perfect match. November 9th, 2010, my brother gives me a kidney, gives me a second chance at life. That kidney lasts me 7 wonderful years. In between that time, my mother ends up passing away from liver complications, autoimmune. Her organs are dying, and they had to put her on dialysis at the time. They put a CVC in her neck, and they hooked her up for treatment. She looked at me and said, look, now we have something more in common. And she told me, you need to help people. You need to tell your story. Me trying to be tough guy, like, Mom, I'm rapping now, man, you know. I don't got time for all that. She's like, no, you need to help people. And I promised her that I would. And this is where WinsOnly comes from. Everybody say WinsOnly. She was a Facebook queen, my mom, okay? She found family from 80 years ago. I don't know how she did it. And she posted on Facebook one day, thank you guys for the love and support, but I know in the end I'm going to win. This was 3 days before she knew she was dying. My mom was calling herself a winner because she knew winning for her was going to heaven. So in the midst of her dying, she called herself a winner. So that day forward, I never vowed to never lose again. I am a winner. That's all I know what to be. I don't know what a loser is. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it smells like. I don't know how to spell it. Every day I wake up, I'm a winner. When you wake up, you move your limbs, you move your feet, your family wakes up, you've won. You've won over 100 times where you had a cup of coffee in the morning. And that's how I live life, as a winner, as a winner. Now there's something else. You guys chose this profession, correct? You went there, you filled out an application, went to school, and you chose your profession. You signed up for this role, correct? Did your patient sign up to be that? I don't know anyone that woke up in the morning and said, you know what? I heard they're hiring to put needles in your arm today. Yeah, you sit for 5 hours. You put 15 gauges needles in your arm, you sit there. You know, I think that sounds like a career. No one says that. We don't choose this path. So when you deal with us, know that some of your patients who are so upset, may have attitudes even, it's frustration because they didn't choose this life. I didn't choose any of it. 2019 comes, sickest year of my life. Infections every other month. I'm in the hospital in pain like crazy. I'll take my family out to do something fun. I end up being in a corner, belted over. And you know what was wrong with me? I went to hospital after hospital, went to doctor after doctor. Some people thought I was there because I wanted drugs or medication. And it's not what I was seriously in pain. I go, get infection, go into the hospital to take an MRI. My native kidney that I'm born with is the size of a melon. They give me 250 milligrams of prednisone to shrink it that I had to take for a week and a half. I get back there, they had to cut my kidneys out of my back, along with the kidney that I had transplanted had to come out that year, along with my gallbladder and the hernia that I developed from it pushing on all my organs. So it was a 9-hour surgery. They cut me from here to here, pulled out all my kidneys, got it on the table, and there was a mass. I was living with cancer for a whole year and didn't know it. A whole year. They wanted to open me back up because they felt that there was still cancer in me. But then they said, oh my God, if we go back in, we don't know what we're gonna find, and they had to cut me open again. And this first surgery I had was too long, so they said they're monitoring me. They monitored me for 6 months. I'm happy to say here that I am cancer-free today. And it's about overcoming those obstacles, overcoming those things, and learning to live on dialysis, guys. I tell these patients it's possible to live on this machine. It's possible. I have no kidneys standing here. I don't have kidneys in here. I don't have a gallbladder. I got a liver, a heart, and all those other 3 million little things they got in there, right? But I'm here. I'm here. I'm talking to you. It's about perspective. It's about going back and giving these patients positive attitude, positive mindset. I remember coming out of dialysis one day, and the arms get a little deformed from the treatment, and I remember I'm in there, we get the big bandages on after we're done. You tape us down like mummies a little bit sometimes, and they just keep taping, and I'm taped up. And I get out of there, and I go to get something to eat. And kids, they're nice, but they look at you, and they don't care. If you have something, they'll just stare, right? So I'm in there with the tape, and these kids are just, Mommy, what's on his arm? It's growing out of his arm. And he walked with me, what is that? You know what I mean? I'm like, get out of here, little kid. I was like, and he's looking at me as I'm ordering food, and for some reason that day, I just had a bad treatment, and it got to me. And I remember running out of there and running to my car and crying and complaining about my arm and how I'm sick of this and why do I have to go through this, and I hate my arm and I hate dialysis. And then I'm watching something as this guy comes out of an ice cream shop with his son. The little kid has ice cream everywhere. I'm sure the ice cream was expensive because it was one of those nice parlors, and he's just spilling ice cream everywhere, and the dad's just watching him, having a great time with him, and I'm fixated on these two. And he hugs the kid and picks him up. And I'm sitting there so mad at myself, and he kisses his kid, and when he turns, his whole right arm is prosthetic. What am I complaining about? I still have motion. I could pick my kids up with both arms, could throw a baseball. From that day forward, I never complained about my lifeline. Never.